Hey guys, what's going on? This video is for my shop owner friends, or business owners in general. Either way, it's Eid, that's why I'm dressed up. In case you're wondering, what the heck is this black shirt? I still have it. Don't freak out. Everybody stay calm. Still got my black shirts. But anyway, owning a business. So this is one thing that has bothered me for a while, and it's this. I've had my friends who own shops or other businesses say about their employees and the people that work in their business that, and I don't even like calling people employees. If you know me, I don't like that term. It just makes people not take ownership, right? Which is a different discussion. But anyway, people who work in their business, they say I am. When they come to them for help, they come to the owners for help, saying, "Hey man, like I'm in a pinch. I need help. I need advice, or I need money, or whatever. I'm having an issue at home. I'm having an addiction problem." Anything outside the scope of work that impacts somebody's personal life, the standard response I've received, and this is particularly true for the old school, whatever, older owners, above 50, that I'm not their father, I'm not their dad, I'm not their whatever, older brother. And to them I say, well, I'm sorry, but I think you are. This is not like me being self-righteous, but I've reflected on this now for years, and honestly the position that I've had the privilege of being in, that God appointed me to for almost 15 years now. I've been really managing for 20, but 15, or especially last 7 or 8, 9, 10, I've been much more involved as the owner of our company. And my opinion on this is simple. If you're going to be an owner and you're going to employ people, you're going to give people a vision for their life, you are in fact, in some sense, not their father, but you're in some sense responsible. You're a leader, and a leader is responsible for their people. Sayyid al-Qawm khadimuhu. What that means in Arabic is that a leader of a people is their servant. Okay, so that doesn't mean you're the credit union of the people in your company, but it certainly does mean that if their life goes sideways, there's some level of responsibility and accountability that you are responsible for. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. If you don't want to admit that, I don't think you understand leadership. It's not about just writing a check, right? It's not just about having someone on payroll and giving them benefits and giving them time off and maybe even growth, which is all wonderful. But in some sense, you have the responsibility to impact these people on a very personal level, and in some sense, there is a responsibility to take ownership of their greater success outside the four walls that they work at. Now, if you say, well, that's too much, people are grown adults, to them I say, well, look, here's the deal. Their efforts and sacrifice and commitment to your business, which they don't have equity on, at least on paper on, is the reason why you are successful. And so I personally find it quite amazingly hypocritical to tell people to take 100% ownership of your crap, which you're not going to give them any equity, and most of you don't even share profits. And in some sense, you're going to say, well, I'm taking zero ownership of everything in your life. When you need a $500 loan just so that you just had a bad event happen, let's say you had to put a roof on your house and you drained out your savings, and you're usually pretty good with money, but something happened and you just need a $500 loan, a $1,000 loan, and I'm gonna say no because it's against my principles. It's the principles, Ain. It's the principle. People should be good with money. Like, you've never struggled and you've never had someone help you? Oh, I've never struggled financially, Zain. I've never had to ask anyone for money. Okay, but what about otherwise, right? Isn't it the same thing? I mean, really, think about it, right? Couldn't you just extrapolate this idea of, well, people should be grown adults, so they then shouldn't ask for advice. They shouldn't ask for, someone to listen to, or in any form, they shouldn't struggle. Like, what does that even mean? People are adults. I mean, what does that mean? Like, I don't understand this. Oh, you're a grown man. Yeah, we're all grown men, but everybody needs help. Now, I'm not saying, this is not condoning bad behavior on the part of the borrower or the person who's asking for help, right? If you're somebody, and this is in case it needs to be said, if you're somebody that's just a perpetual asshole, right? You just need help all the time and you don't do anything with it, or you continually get yourself into situations where you need to rely on others to bail you out, or you're somebody that's just a deadweight on society and you're unwilling to stand up on your own, and the very much variations of that, then yeah, I am also very much not interested in helping that person out. But don't throw away the baby with the bathwater, because that's what's happening. And that's what's happening. You know what? Some of the I'm trying to be careful here so I don't say anything that I come off too brash, right? But some of the least established business owners have this philosophy on a pedestal. Well, I pulled myself up by my bootstraps, so why should anyone else not do it? Bro. No. No, I mean, please, like, listen to me. This is not coming from a place of anger, although I'm a little hyped up and you might think I'm passionate. But I swear to you, this is the best thing you will ever do for yourself, for your business, and for your legacy. Do a little bit extra than you think you should for your people. Just start there. Do a little bit extra. And I'll leave you with this principle. The goal shouldn't be to give others the experience you had when you were coming up. That's the goal. You got it completely wrong. The goal should be to give others the experience you wish you had coming up, so that they don't have to get all the trauma that you had accumulated that screwed you up, so you're all twisted up inside. Then you had to untangle yourself. Some of you are still twisted up outside. I know I still got my issues, right? And as much as I do self-development, there's always another knot somewhere that needs to unglued, right? But the goal should be so that other people don't struggle, because you have been there for them. Be the man you needed when you were growing up. Be the woman you needed when you were growing up. I mean, that's what you should be aiming for. Sorry I'm yelling at you, but I mean, think about it, right? Like, if I go, like, the hero and the villain have the same origin story. Both of them get screwed up, and the interpretation is what makes them a hero or a villain. The villain says, people hurt me, the world destroyed me, the world hurt me, I'm going to go hurt it back, because that's what happened to me, so that's fair. Okay? But the hero said, I had to get hurt, and these things happened. I couldn't do anything about it then, but now I can. The world has hurt me. I'm going to make sure it doesn't hurt anyone the same way. And you get to decide. I've struggled financially. I've struggled with addiction. I've struggled with family problems. I've struggled with all of the things, right? And my goal is now, if I have the ability, opportunity, and God gives me the grace, is to make sure that if anybody in front of me struggles with those things, where the hell was I to make sure that I made sure, if you're going off the same cliff I dove off of, where I got banged up at the bottom of that cliff, I'm going to stand at that freaking cliff so nobody else goes off. And I'm going to stand there as long as I need to until I can build a fence or a wall so that's completely, fully covered. So, all right, that's all I got to say about that, guys. I hope I got through to you.